comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another Cheapskate Coins video. So today we're going to be talking about the three most important years that I look for in modern coins. Now modern coin means anything from 1965 to date. That's what is considered a modern coin. So I'm not going to be talking about individual coins that have a great variety or an error or have a transitional error, because there are quite a few of those that are worth big money. The 3 years that I'm going to be talking about are the 3 years that every coin in the set is worth big money. So the 3 years we're going to be looking at for the modern are 1982, 1983, and 2009. So let's start with 82. So 1982 had a number of things to talk about. The first of which is, I'm sure you have probably heard people say 1982 did not have a mint set and that's why the coins are so valuable. That's actually only half right. There actually was a mint set available for 1982, but the only way that you could get it was if in 1982 you went to the mint to do the tour, and then they did have mint sets available as souvenir sets for people who did the tour. But they were not available for people just, to order from home like they were for every year before and after. So the number of mint sets that were created for 82 were very limited. That doesn't mean you can't still get your hands on them. They do still sell on places like eBay, but you're going to be looking at $50 to $100, sometimes even up to $200 to buy the set. But they are out there. You can get them. They are genuine. The main thing you want to watch for is, if you're going to buy one, make sure it has the mint token in the set that says United States Mint, because that's the best way to know that it is actually one of those genuine sets that were for the tours. So the other thing special about, or the second thing I should say special about 1982 is the Lincoln cents. So the U.S. Mint in 1982 was messing around with different metal types because they wanted to get away from copper, just doing straight copper for the Lincoln cents, because copper was getting more expensive again. So that was when they first started doing the coins with that were the zinc with the copper plating, which is what all Lincoln cents from then till now are. But they still released coins that were for the Lincoln cents in 1982 that were all copper cents, or at least were the 90% copper alloy cents. So the only way to know the difference is you need to know, well, the best way to know the difference is you need to know the weights of the two different types of coins. So if you go to the Amazon, you can get a scale that will do grams, and it's really cheap. It's like $10. If you have Amazon Prime, it's free shipping. So you're only paying out $10 to get a scale that does grams. And then whenever you find a 1982 penny, you put it on the scale. If it's 3.11 grams, give or take a tenth of a gram for wear, then it's the copper alloy penny. If it's 2.11 grams, or excuse me, 2.5 grams, then it's the zinc plated with copper penny that we all know today as being the standard way they make pennies. So each of the mint had two different metal type pennies that were released. But there's another thing with the pennies. They were also playing around with how the penny looked, specifically with the date. So there's what's referred to as a large date and a small date. And the way you can tell the difference on those is if you were to draw a straight line straight across the top and bottom of the date, then it would touch right along the numbers, with the exception of the hook on the 9. It would evenly touch the bottom of all the numbers and the top of all the numbers. Whereas with a large date, they don't line up. Another way to tell is with the large date, the 2 is noticeably thicker than with the small date. So that's your 2 big ways that you can tell. Now, if you're doing the math, then that means if you want the full 1982 collection, then you actually have 8 pennies that you have to collect, because you have the Denver Mint, copper, and zinc, large date, and small date. So you have 4 Lincoln cents for Denver, 4 Lincoln cents for Philadelphia to be able to have the whole set. So if you are looking to get the full set, you want to make sure that you have, all the various different types of the pennies. And if you don't want to have to look for them, there are people out there that have already found them, and you can actually buy penny sets from people for a few bucks. And then another thing with 82, if you're going to buy the mint sets that were the souvenir sets, you want to know that there's 2 different types of those souvenir sets. There's a type that only comes with 1 Lincoln cent in each set. And then there's another one, which is the one I would recommend you hold out for if you're gonna pay out the premium to buy a 1982 set, which each mint comes with 2 cents. One of them is the copper alloy, and one of them is the zinc-plated copper. So my advice would be, if you're going to buy one of the souvenir mint sets for 1982, get the one that comes with 2 cents per mint. That way you're getting one with each metal. Now, 1983 was pretty much the same as 1982, with the exception of there was only the copper zinc cent. So you only have to worry about getting 1 Lincoln cent per mint. And there were no large dates, small dates for 1983. But just like with 1982, 1983 also only had mint sets that you could buy from the mint if in 1983 you went to the mint and did the tour. Now, once again, these pennies are out there, or the mint sets rather are out there. You can get them, but again, you're going to be looking anywhere from like $50 to $200 to be able to get one of these sets. But while that sounds like a lot, it can be worth it, because just to give you one example of, let's say, a 1982 coin, the 1982 Jefferson nickel from the Philadelphia Mint, if it's an MS-67 with full steps on the Monticello building on the back, as this video is being recorded on December 18th of 2017, is valued at $2,500. So it's certainly worth picking up those mint sets if you can get, especially if you can find them at the low end and pick up a few of them at a time. Because all you need to do is pull out one coin that can score out an MS-67 or higher, and it pretty much just paid for everything that you just bought. So they are worth paying out that premium for. And in fact, I am planning on soon picking up one of the 83 sets. First off, to see if we can get any of the really good ones, and then second off, because my wife's birth year is 1983, so we like collecting 1983 coins, both American and foreign, for her birth year collection. So they can be worth picking up, because that's going to be one of your best ways now, especially now, to actually find the really high quality. Now let's move into the third year, which is 2009. So what makes 2009 so special? Well, in 2008, if you remember, or if you're not old enough to remember, I'll explain it anyway. In 2008, America went into a huge recession. It was just a financial crisis across the entire U.S. that hit businesses hard, and also hit the government hard. So early on in 2009, the government started ordering the mints to discontinue printing coins for 2009. The first coins that were stopped were the nickels, followed by the dimes, because those are really the two least used coins. They can be filled in easily with pennies. And then the next after that was quarters, and then the Lincoln cents were the final one to to end up being stopped in production. And by, I believe it was, if memory serves, by August, production of all 2009 coins had stopped. So the mintages on them are very low. Now, of course, you had the Kennedy dollar and the Sacagawea dollar are, NIFC just like every year from 2002 on. But, so, the average number of those were still created for the mint sets. But then you also had the presidential dollars that were for 2009 that had the mint set prints that were made, and then also had the circulation sets that were made, and those were also stopped very early in the year. So those are still a pretty rare one to find out in circulation on getting a 2009. The presidential dollars didn't become NIFC until 2012. So every year up until then was released for circulation. But any 2009 that you can find in really good condition, or even, actually not even in really good condition, anything that would score, if you were to send it in for grading, that would score, I would say, at least a very good, which is, around even just a 15 to 20 on the score, or better, is worth keeping, because there were so few of them minted that they're already starting to get worth a really good amount of money, especially if they're in top condition. So you definitely want to, if you want to see all of these for yourself, go to pcgscoinfact.com and look up all of the 82, 83, and 2009 values per grade, and you will be blown away at how much some of these coins are worth. Just because there weren't that many of them made. So the low mintage of them really shot the price up. Now, 2009, of course, is a big set, so if you're going to do it through circulation, it's going to take you a while, because there were 6 quarters, 4 Lincoln cents, I believe 4 or 5, I don't remember right off. Let me look real quick, because I want to give you accurate information. 2009 presidential dollars, 4. There were 4 presidential dollars. No, 5. Okay. There were 5 presidential dollars plus the Sacagawea dollar. Wait. Nope. Wrong year. 4. Okay, I was right the first time. There were 4 presidential dollars per mint set for Denver and for Philadelphia. So you have the $4 per mint. You have the 4 Lincoln cents per mint. You have the 6 quarters, or 5 quarters, excuse me. Man, no, it is 6. God, where is my head today? My head isn't working. All right. So yeah, you have the 6 quarters, because that's right, it is 6, because that's the outer territories quarters. So there was actually 6 instead of 5 that year. And then you have, of course, the half dollar, the dime, and the nickel. So you're looking at 5, 10, or 18 coins per mint that you would have to get to be able to get the full set for Denver and Philadelphia. So definitely any of those that you find that are in, even decent shape, make sure that you hang on to those, because the 2009s are already spiking in price, and their values are just going to continue to go up. And of course, that's not even counting for all 3 of these years any variety and error coins that you find, which in 2009, especially in the Lincoln cents, there are a lot of errors. There's double dies, and there's die cracks and die chips, and all kinds of errors and varieties that are being found. I have found some of them. So they're definitely out there. And that, if you get any of them that have those types of things, that's just going to make it worth it even more. So you definitely want to keep an eye out for all of those types of things on the coins. Excuse me. So yeah, 82, 83, and 2009 are 3 years that you absolutely want to watch for when you're doing coin roll hunting. If you're at a coin shop doing cherry picking and they have any, either the set or just the individual coins available, you definitely want to pick them up anytime that you can. If you have the means, go on eBay, look for people that are selling mint rolls. They're still out there. People are still selling them. In fact, The only Lincoln cent my wife and I were missing to have the entire Lincoln cent collection from, or I should say the memorial through the shields, so from 1959 till now. The only one that we were missing was the Philadelphia minted 2009 presidency penny. We just could not find one in circulation, which wasn't surprising because of all four of the pennies, that one's the lowest mintage numbers. So no matter what we did, we could not find one. So eventually I went on eBay and I actually found a guy that was selling the presidency mint rolls for a roll of P and a roll of D, well, plain date and D. So I went ahead and bought it, and that's why we finally now have the full 1959 to date for that portion of the cent collection. So that one was even to this day, we still haven't found one. So that one's been a monster to find, and that's through doing. I couldn't even begin to tell you how many penny boxes we've gone through, and we haven't come across one. So definitely, you want to, and if you do full boxes, then if you haven't already noticed, I'm sure you will notice, you really aren't finding a lot of 2009s in those boxes. You might find, 2 or 3 per box for, if you're getting really lucky, for, say, the dimes and the quarters. The nickels, I've gone through many boxes and haven't gotten one out of the boxes many times. I have one box, I think the best box we ever had for 2009s for nickels was we found 3 in one box once. So that goes to show you how rare those things are to find in circulation on the nickels. So definitely keep an eye out for all those years, and thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to like it, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. Click the little bell next to the subscribe button if you want to know anytime videos come up. We have been short on doing videos lately, mainly because of the holidays. We did finally just recently, one of our Christmas presents we did for ourselves was we finally got a USB microscope for pennies, or for coin collecting. So we'll be able to do much better photos in the videos, and as well as we're also on Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, subscribe to that page as well. So we'll definitely try, as the holidays start to clear out, we'll be trying to get some more videos up, doing some more actual coin roll hunting videos. We are going to be doing, for the YouTubers, we're going to be doing a giveaway at 1,000 subscribers. So definitely you're going to want to watch for that. We're going to have multiple prizes for it, for hitting the 1,000 subscribers, and starting at 500 subscribers, we're going to start announcing what the different prizes are going to be, what the different giveaway prizes will be. So at 500, we'll announce the first prize, and 600 the next prize, 700 the next, 8 the next, 9 the next, and then at 1,000 we'll do the giveaway. So that's how that's going to work. So definitely make sure to share out our content so that other people can see it, and help us get our sub base up, so that we can get this information out to even more of you to help you find more better coins and hopefully make some money for you. If you have any questions or comments, definitely leave them in the comment section below. You can also email us at cheapskatecoins@gmail.com. Any ideas or questions you have, and we'll definitely make sure to try and answer those. And, if we end up getting a lot of them, maybe we'll do just a full Q&A video. So we do have a lot of other things planned on hopefully coming up for 2018. So now that the holiday seasons are clearing out, we'll be starting to get work on more of those projects. We're hoping to get a better camera soon so that we can do better quality videos for you guys. For any of you that have seen our previous videos, you know that we're using a really, really old Logitech webcam that it doesn't even have any way to connect to a tripod. I have to rubber band it to a tripod, so it's not the greatest, and the best picture quality it does is the old 640 by 640 by 480 at, I think, 720p or something like that. So yeah, it's old. It's a dinosaur of a webcam. So hopefully we'll be able to get a new webcam soon too, so that we can bring you better videos for just overall appearance. So for all of you, have a great Christmas, have a good New Year, and we will see you back in 2018.